get it, thank you. Votre attention, s'il vous plaît, coquin à laisser le sac bleu en face. Stephen Pike from Red Bay, Labrador. I'm a journeyman iron worker heading to Saskatchewan. I'm 24-year-old. I've done an iron workers course back in 2005. I've been in Fort McMurray, well, since I finished my course. I worked a bit of spray foam insulation. We set up our own company there a couple of years ago. And I worked in Clarenville for winter before last. We built a new arena. And since that, I've been doing spray foam insulation, but we're heading to Regina, me and a buddy of mine now, to look for more work. Well, we had a call to be there Tuesday morning for a couple shutdowns that's on the go now, so looks like looking good for work now.
So was Fort McMurray your first time going away to work?
No, well, when I first finished school, I went to, well, back in 2003, I left and went to Ontario with my brother, and I worked at concrete and done balconies and stuff like that, and then the following spring I went to PEI, done water and sewer. So since that I went back and went to school in 2005 and done that ironworkers course because a couple of buddy of mine had it done. So
you did okay in Fort McMurray and everything went well? And
yeah, we've done all right in Fort McMurray. Easy, make $100,000 a year there, no problem.
Yeah, easy to spend it too, I suppose.
Easy to spend it, yeah. We were in camp, but when you're flying back and forth there in Newfoundland, well, $100,000 here is just as good as $200,000 what you're making around here, right?
What made you decide to stop going to Fort Mac and look for other stuff?
Well, work pretty much slowed down. I had a little boy, so I pretty much wanted to stay home. So my missus, her father, he wanted to start a spray foam insulation business, right? So we started that on the go. But the way Newfoundland is and the way money is around here, spray foam is a little costly at times, so not everybody wants to go with spray foam insulation, right?
Yeah. So you're getting contracts elsewhere now, or are you looking?
No, we're just doing that a little bit on the side, and now seeing that there's a bit of work in Saskatchewan right now. A few shutdowns coming up. I just took a break from that for a little while just to go back and try to make some fast money. Yeah, me and my buddies driving there. We got to pick a couple of our buddies up now. Well, we're hoping to get there Monday night.
How do you find the drive in the boat? Is that more pleasurable than flying, or?
I'm not a big fan on flying, so this is the first time on this boat. This is the nicest boat I think they got yet, so I'm not a fan on flying. I can drive every month. Yeah, I like St. John's, but when you're looking at the money in St. John's, looking at the money the other way, nothing compares, right? Yeah. You're looking at, you probably bring home $700-800 a week in St. John's, where you can bring $2-3 grand home in Saskatchewan or Fort McMurray. So for to go away there for 6 months, you're making double the money you're making here in 1 year, right?
So why don't you live there?
Well, why don't you move to Saskatchewan, or why?
Why don't I move? I don't know.
Your little boy and
I don't know. Hard thing to do. I'm used to skidoos and bikes and salt water, I guess. Like smell salt water.
So you do a lot outdoors?
Yeah, a lot of outdoor stuff, yeah. Well, I grew up, my father was a fisherman and stuff like that, and so used to the boat and the smell of the water, I don't know. Not used to the prairies, I guess. Well, they always says, oh, how come you can't go, well, mother and father always says, why can't you go to work in Lab City, stay in Newfoundland, but I don't know, I'd rather be on the go and going around now that I'm young, see everything, and you know what I mean?
Do you find it's young people, a lot of people say, oh, it's so sad they got to go away to work, but I think it's the nature of young people to want to travel and explore. Yeah. Do you find people, young people of your generation are just interested in going and exploring?
Well, a lot of guys that I do know, like a few buddy of mine, they like going away to work. There's a lot of guys that I do know that will rather be around here and work and don't care. Well, a lot of people just care for employment, like I said, but you're never going to retire. You're never going to have a life if you're just if you're relying on unemployment and the money you're making in Newfoundland, right? But if you're going away and you retire early away, you get a pension from the union or whatever, right?
Is there a community of Newfoundlanders in Regina or in Fort McMurray that you?
Everybody hang out with. A lot of friends of mine. I know guys from Conception Harbour, right from one end of Newfoundland to the other. Like in 5 years, you meet a lot of people. Pipe fitters, iron workers, boiler makers. Well, everybody. Well, when you're from Newfoundland, everybody's talking. Everybody knows each other, and you're almost like one big family there anyway, right? So if you need something, they got something for you. If you got something, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So is that Conception Harbour near St. John's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know much of the history of the iron workers from Conception Harbour that all went down to New York to work on, on that? You know,
I work with a lot of guys that work in New York. I know our old guy Paul Lewis. He's in Saskatchewan right now on a shutdown. He's an older guy, good iron worker. He learned a lot of stuff from the old guys, right?
Yeah.
And them guys are all around now. They're still up there. Well, this morning I left and went and had a chat with him, telling I was going away. He's only 2.5 yet, so he don't understand that much. So I had told him I was going away to work. I was going to Saskatchewan. I said, Daddy got to go away to work. And he said, I'll go with Dad to go to work. So I said, no, when you get a big boy, Dad will take you, go to work. You be an iron worker too. He said, Dad, I'd be an iron worker. I go too, he said.